Hi, I want to make a video about networks and servers and the kind of wealth or easement that they provide for people. And I want to do it in a way that is like start from my own personal life and see how these networks have improved areas of my life that were very dysfunctional, and I had trouble trying to fix them for a very long time. And I want to particularly talk about two areas. One is has to do with cars and getting around, and the other one has to do with women, finding women and sleeping with women and all that. How it was very dysfunctional, but it has changed because of networks and the effect that the network provides in allowing people to have relations that are not easy or cheap to procure, but now they're very easy. And the other one, the other area is like stuff that has to do with health supplements, and also some has to do with clothes and the stuff that I want to wear or do. Well, let's start with the easiest one. And I am like a disabled, retired kind of guy. I still work a little bit as a security guard, but you know how old farts dress up. I'm 58. I usually like to get these Hawaiian shirts. You have seen me in a lot of videos with them, or shirts that are like off color, not gay, but stuff that are that make you look smart. Well, I'm an actor. I usually need the solid shirts, but I want them in really nice colors. Anyhow, before, like about 10-15 years ago, when I wanted to buy specialty stuff, like if I wanted to buy Hawaiian shirt, I usually would go to like Goodwill or Salvation Army, or places that older folks, they donate their clothes, or places that were used, or because those shirts, when they're new, they're not cheap. And I started buying them off of eBay. The first thing you notice with eBay is everything is like a third or less of the price that you end up paying in the store. And then the other thing with eBay, eBay is a network. It's computers and servers that connect millions of people who are sellers. With eBay, I don't have to spend money going around from store to store to look for a particular item. Just all lined up there, and I've become very demanding. I want a very nice Hawaiian shirt, a very nice solid shirt with the right size, everything. It has to be perfect. Before, like 10 years ago or so, I would have to go to many stores and spend money on gasoline, and a lot of these places you couldn't pay with credit card, you had to pay cash. So it has saved me a lot of headache, or a lot of strange running around. Then the other trouble I had and the networks have helped me in this area that I'm very dysfunctional in. Is that I have severe diabetes. We have type 1 diabetes. I take a lot of supplements that are not something that the general public would want or care about in any kind of way, or stuff that I take to like there's ingredients to smart pills, but you don't find that stuff in Walmart or you have to go to specialty health food stores, and the prices are not that great. But with the eBay is that I could find these weird things, and they're usually very cheap because the general public doesn't want them, but the freaks like me they want them, and so I can get them cheap. I just bought photography equipment like a tripod or studio light panels, and they were both very cheap. Like I bought a nice tripod for like $10. This includes shipping. I bought the light panels for another $10, $11. 10, 20 years ago, I would have to spend 50 or $100 at least in each. I have to maybe more, probably more. I had to go look for them. They weren't available everywhere. So the effect that the network has is to make stuff that are specialty or help certain kind of weirdos like me, help them get things usually at a very good price without a lot of running around. It helps areas of my life that are very dysfunctional. And the other stuff that I buy is that I buy herbs that help me with all kinds of stuff that I got going. I recently bought, I had to pay $5 for 1 gram of saffron. When the package came in, well, I'm from Iran, they grow saffron there in large amounts. I saw that on the package that was mailed to me. It was Iranian saffron. It was mailed to an Iranian guy. It was a sealed package, like 1 gram. It was very good quality. So I can get stuff that is hard to get, or was hard to get. Another area that I was very dysfunctional in 10, 15 years ago is like I used to do a lot of business. I was security guard. I'm security guard still. I had to go to work or had to. I was a distributor for a while for electronics. Had to distribute my stuff and needed a lot of transportation. Usually, what I would do is buy cars that had some life left in them and run them whatever time that it took them, 6 months, a year. I would run them to the ground. I would run them to death with very little maintenance, and basically use the life that was left in the car, because back then getting maintenance for the car were not that cheap, and you had to take the car to the shop. And I had just the fear of using the mechanics and their prices, and my fear was justified because they are ripoffs. The shops are ripoffs. The prices are retail, and so I would always get taken. I kind of had abhorrence for using mechanics, or I had used very little maintenance. I would usually change the oil. That was just about it in the quick oil change places. But things have changed. Now I bought Crown Victoria. I went on the eBay and I found all the parts that you need to do a complete tune-up. All the parts you need to change the what they call transmission filter and transmission oil, whatever. And also it had you know, the supports that bring the hood up, it was bad. The jacks, I bought two of those. They were pretty cheap. And I bought the motor for the door that needs to be replaced with the door window is not coming out. And I also have, because last year or 2 years, I found Mobile Mechanics, and one is really good. I usually bunch up all the repairs, and I pay him like one shot. I take the car to him with the parts and the oils, and he does everything, and then I just give him a nice little fee, usually $100. Do a bunch of little things, a bunch of maintenance. He's very happy because he gets paid for his labor. He comes out once, he makes $100, and my car is fixed. I don't have to take it to many different shops and let many different mechanics rip me off. You know, it's the network and the servers and the computers and the eBay places like that. They have helped me resolve this functionality that was in this area of getting cars. I had fear of buying used cars, but even my other car, the Nissan, has had a lot of troubles. I'm not afraid of fixing it or buying the parts for it or getting the mechanic, no matter what goes wrong. I don't think I will fix it if the transmission went down. I won't fix it. Or if the engine shut down or the engine blew up, you know, but something like that, I won't fix it. But just about anything else, even body parts, I bought a front fender or cover, had him change it, and it looks great. So this area that was bothering me and was very troublesome, and I don't ditch cars anymore. Even things that are very troublesome. I changed the catalytic converter I bought. I won't tell you all the details. There are some laws that govern catalytic converters, but even stuff that's really a specialty, I can really change and fix it or upgrade it, and this is great. I think that as time goes on, parts for cars become cheaper, and getting them to fix and run forever will become almost like a cinch. Another area that the networks and the internet and all the sites that have helped me is like researching stuff that's very exotic, very things you wouldn't, most people they wouldn't go into. Well, I practice Islamic Sufism, or it's very exotic spiritual practices. It's actually a spiritual order, and I don't think much of those stuff or those teachings will find a way to the internet. They're very exotic. They're very much grounded in practices, but there are a lot of spiritual books and a lot of different topics like clairvoyance, different clairaudience, remote viewing. You know, if you came and asked me if the society knew anything about these talents or stuff that you have, I would be very hard pressed to point a finger to even one or two people. I guess the guru, he would know about some of this stuff. For example, remote viewing that I do, I have done a couple of times or a few times. this is very exotic practice. I think CIA has a program like that, but you don't hear or see any of that stuff. I guess the French in their history they had the Joan of Arc, and she was able to remote view like another army from where she was at. I mean, this is very exotic talent, and it's now a lot of people know about it because different psychics or different mediums or people like me have put their experiences on their YouTube or in the things that are extremely out of reach of common folks is finding its way onto the internet, and you don't have to pay for that. You don't have to go to a medium or to a seance or so basically I think very exotic sciences, very exotic practices that you seldom hear are becoming widely known. Then I also download a lot of books which are almost always free, and well, I won't talk about any other kinds of downloads. I think you know a little better about them than me, but you know anything that has become bits and data is pretty much open field on the internet. Then another area that I usually have a lot of trouble with. I'm an older gentleman, but since my acting career has been taken off, I find that there are millions of people out there that are interested in me. Usually, I'm very mediocre with women, and but I got on Tinder. I'm finding a lot of women. I mean, this is I never thought. I think the women because they get on the Tinder and there is physical distance and there is they are not timid. They will come out and they will do initiate conversation or many ways of getting close, and it's like you have a social life that runs like this. You get a woman once a week or once a month, right? You mess around with her, see if you can have a relations or you do a little hanky panky. How about this life has been speeded up? Like, have you ever heard that song? What was it? All the everything all the time. Like you know how millionaires and billionaires they have. It's like their life is their whole life is a party. They're going from one relationship to another, from one party to another party. This is the network effect. Is that I have many girlfriends now, and I see or mess around with a lot of women. So this is an area or a dysfunctionality or a very slow life that I had, and it's. It has helped it. I guess networks have also negative effects because if you have problems like drug problem or certain criminal behavior, you can also pursue it to perfection. It will land you in prison too. Everything will go faster for you because you are able to get on the internet and make relationships where that relationship end up for you if you are not careful. Um, so basically, I covered the areas that were dysfunctional. I have done some crypto mining, and I'm going back to doing a little bit of Bitcoin mining, and but I want to also do work or get a particular place to do electrical generation, either through solar or wind. Or I don't know how I'm gonna go about it. I don't want to use electricity from other people. I want to generate that electricity and then use that electricity to run these crypto machines or mining machines. So there is a little bit of hope there. When I was doing it before, it was making a little bit of money, but it wasn't that great. Then another area that the networks will probably help me is I want to do investment, but I'm not doing stupid investments like on the Wall Street or buying shares from crooked people. I'm going to buy some silver and some precious metals, and also I'm going to get into Ethereum and buy those contracts or buy those coins. So basically, the networks have generated kind of different kinds of wealth for me. I'm not stumbling through my life without looking at all the wealth and blessings that have come in. And oh, I forgot the last thing. I have joined, most people know Backstage and then Central Casting. Well, I'm not a member of Central Casting, but I do Backstage, and also I do Craigslist. I look for gigs as an actor, and I've done like 4 major productions. I've been acting in 4 different feature films, I think. Yeah, 4, and this is a year and a half, and I'm very happy. But that's a wealth. 10, 20 years ago, you wanted to be an actor or get into Hollywood. The you had to invest and you had to find the right people. But if the networks bring the right people together, that's a wealth, and I don't struggle too much. For example, I usually do it once a week or once every 2 weeks. I get on Backstage and I apply for like 40 or 50 gigs. Okay, I don't do work as extra because I already work as security guard. I don't. I don't want to give up one work and go do another work, which is just more work, but it doesn't have any glamour or anything to it. So why give up one work as a security guard? So basically, I only go after good roles, like main characters. I have been getting main character roles. I look very weird. Oh, you should see me in some of the production. The camera just doesn't want to give up on me. Totally fixated. When I was in the film with Tom Sizemore, I think it was called Behind Enemy Lines. I just noticed on the corner of my eyes. I never pay any attention to the camera. The cameras were just going nuts. It was just action, and this is great. That's what an actor needs. I want to be as weird and as camera genic as possible. What else? The areas, the networks have helped me. seeing so many women on Tinder. I used to like phone sex and phone chat sex, but I don't do it too much because I don't need it. You don't need to hear about all my perversions. I think women are 10 times more perverted than guys. But hey, that's just a personal opinion. Okay, my videos are, I think they're special. A lot of them are research, also ways that somebody who's a researcher or a scientist or somebody with a very high IQ looks at things, and you should subscribe. Thank you very much.